Indeed, that's right. That's right. Because I think, well, as long as you can, as long as you can prolong the game, in my opinion, and I think that's the reason why Spectre got his 60%. Because well, if you can fight well against Spectre late game 1 versus 4, most probably Spectre can get at least 2 heroes in exchange of his life, and he can just easily buy back. Use one of the memes, especially, while coming to this Spectre, is press R to win.
Yeah.
Press R to win. That's the only thing you need to do. Press R to win.
Such a strong hero with very reachable skill ceiling, in my opinion. One of the better talents, he has like level 10 extra sustain or extra damage. Level 15, you got the +8 stats. That is almost an ultimate orb at the level 15 talent. And the level 20 talent, you get more HP. More
HP, or rather the slow from the Spectral Dagger. You also have a go, well, an opportunity to go full offensive as early as level 10, or well, as early as level 15, in my opinion, because you can pick up the -10 cooldown reduction for the Stifling Dagger, which you can use to disengage and also re-engage. And then 15 is I think that was 20% slow from the Stifling Dagger. And once you reach the level 25, man, that's way too OP for me.
The dispersion.
The +8% dispersion, or I think that was the illusion damage.
Yeah, the
illusion damage.
It's very
so
effective.
both really offensive, which is really good. 60% for a hero on a big stage such as TI. You really need to abuse this.
You have to win early.
I think after this cast, I'll play Dota with you, and then I'll play Spectre afterwards.
You should try that.
Yeah,
we're gonna get some MMR.
and then you'll play with the new hero. Maybe
Grimstroke.
Grimstroke. Maybe I think.
No, Grimstroke, because you'll have double Spectral Dagger. That's how it's gonna work.
Oh,
with the Soul Vine.
Later, we'll play later. All right. So going back to the draft. We have a silencer pick for Skye Gaming, which is really good when it comes to assaulting one enemy hero, at least disrupting the team fight. If ever Sterling Global Dragons have the upper hand when it comes to initiation, they can also use the Global Silence to at least give some time for Clinks to run away, or rather to engage, use his strafe in his favor, and they can take down his Spectre as soon as possible, and also the Arcane Curse, which is really good when it comes to the early game. Well, just like CM with the Crystal Nova.
Yeah. And also, in a way, they can also use Global Silence to prevent Spectre from getting into the fights after a hunt. As long as the reflex play is there from Skye Gaming, that Spectre will not be able to reality in.
Yeah. So once you hear the then press R.
Yeah.
Press R to disengage. So if you have a press R to win, you have a press R to counter initiate with that haunt from Spectre.
Lina.
Oh, I love this Lina pick here.
Lina, at least they have the tempo lineup.
And at least they have a burst of damage. Well, they have the physical burst from Clinks, and they also have a magical burst from Lina. And I think, yeah, it will be a Lina mid. Clinks playing carry, offlane Mirana plus the Silencer.
So mid hero for Sterling. I like the Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin always has a good matchup against the Lina, especially in the early stages. Doesn't take damage from Dragon Slave, LSA, and the Burning Soul doesn't really kick in until in the mid game when you don't really care anymore.
Indeed. 1 minute 48 seconds for Sterling Global Dragons. Yeah, Templar Assassin is really good right here, but I think what do they lack right now is that that AoE. I think the Dark Willows, well,
it's not enough.
Disable is not enough for them to take down at least all of this here when it comes to team fight. So they lack a mid lane hero. They also have Lina to play with. If they want to go a run and gun draft, maybe they can go for a Templar Assassin. Storm Spirit, well, it's quite risky.
It's quite greedy
as well.
You don't put it on the same team as Spectre. You want a more tempo control hero for the side of Sterling Global Dragons.
I think Zeus is a good pickup
Zeus
here.
Is banned.
Zeus is banned, and that's the reason why Skye Gaming removed the Zeus. Because once they've used the ultimate, or rather the Thundercrat's Rod,
it's an okay hero.
Yeah. So that's what they need. They need to get that AoE control, or at least AoE damage from
very good hero against the Lina. If she casts Laguna Blade, she might kill herself.
Yep.
Very very low HP hero.
With the Nether Ward. And yeah, since the mana of the of Laguna Blade is way too high, I think that was 650 if I'm not mistaken.
Plus amplifies their pushing potential and gives more space to Spectre because Pugna goes online very, very early. Just needs an Ether Lens and Boots and she's already a very effective hero.
You just need to get that mana sustain for him to be effective, especially in the early game. Well, the early towers, you need to get someone who can provide space for Spectre, and Pugna is one of those heroes who can fill up the spot.
Plus good synergy with Nature's Prophet as well. Since if you have the Crepify, you get the Nature's Wrath going. And you can easily burst down a hero. Because the Nature's Wrath, actually, not really a lot of people think about it, but it does a lot of burst damage if used properly.
If used properly. And let's see if we can at least see, well, a long game. Most probably I've seen enough I've seen a lot of games being played by Spectre, prolonging the game, making sure that Spectre will get all of his items at least. And I rarely see a Spectre, especially in this patch, who who always picked up a Radiance first as a core item. Most probably I've seen a lot of Spectre players using or building up a Manta into a Diffusal Blade, which is, I think, really effective against the Skye Gaming's draft.
But laning-wise, I think the Wraith King has the solid advantage over the Spectre. Such good early control, especially if the Wraith King is actually joined by the Dark Willow as well.
That's a problem.
I mean, the Nature's Prophet can be there to help out, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, but I think that's the reason why they've picked up a Nature's Prophet. So, just in case that Skye Gaming initiated in Spectre, he can always just TP on that lane, on that specific lane, because you don't want to camp up 3 heroes on a Spectre lane. He needs to get that levels for him to be effective. At least one support should be enough to at least not soak up all of the XP away from the Spectre. And it's quite okay in my opinion.
Well, let's see if it does work out for them that way, because Nature's Prophet, Spectre, bottom lane. Who are they sending bottom lane?
Well, they can put a Dark Willow with Spectre.
So the Wraith King is with Dark Willow.
Yeah, Wraith King with the Dark Willow. They can also
I think actually it's either of the supports.
Either of the supports, which is really good because Nature's Prophet can lane with Spectre, but they do lack that that hold or that control that can really shove up the opponent away from the lane itself. And I think, well, it really depends. But what I'm actually thinking is, Wraith King is also good with Dark Willow. That's how flexible their lane is. And since Nature's Prophet can always TP on the Spectre lane, +1. It will always be +1 in my opinion. So if most probably Skye Gaming will apply some pressure a lot on the Spectre. They don't want to give a lot of space for the Spectre to get his items and also to get his levels. So I think they can play a Dark Willow and then Spectre plus Wraith King and NP or rather Nature's Prophet on the top lane. Then just +1 if ever it's necessary. Place teleport, or rather NP will just teleport on the Spectre lane. But let's see. It really depends on how that's how flexible the game.
Draft is, yes. But on the side of Skye Gaming, one thing has to happen if they want to pull off this win. The Clinks has to pick up a very early item to be able to hunt down that Spectre as soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
I think the great thing about Clinks, he gets a medallion, he has an instant kill potential.
Yeah, instant kill potential and also that roam potential. All right, here we go, guys. This is game 1 of Skye Gaming versus Sterling Global Dragons. You're watching the Mogul Mayhem Tournament Dota 2. Let's go ahead and introduce our players. On the Radiant side, we have Stroke Lang playing Trent Protector, the King on his Lina, Asigan playing Silencer, Shantydotes on Mirana, Beavis and Bothead playing Clinks, and they are Skye Gaming.
On the side of Daya, which are the Sterling Global Dragons, that is Midoriya on the Spectre, face on the Pugna, Ranpo on the Dark Willow, Ann on that Wraith King, and Kaneki on that Nature's Prophet.
And probably he'll be playing position 5 right here.
Inspired by Big Daddy Note.
Yeah, inspired. Yeah, so we're thinking at a 2-1-2 lane here. I think you're correct. So we can. It will be a Nature's Prophet.
Triple Fairy Fire. That is an aggression lane, just throwing his body at the enemy as much as possible. He will be playing the bodyguard to Midoriya in the early game. The All Might to Midoriya.
The All Might Midoriya. And I'm waiting for the next episode. I think that was already released.
Yeah.
Did it?
It's such a good series. I think it has. I think it has. When it's such a good series. Anyways, stop talking about anime. Field Protector is gonna die. One more hit. Midoriya picks up the kill like the main character that he is.
And talking about that, they took the 3 bounty runes away from Skye Gaming and also taking out the first blood against that Trend Protector, and Midoriya is the one who took that. So such a very good start here from Sterling Global
300 reaction over in the top lane.
That's
Civil War.
Civil War indeed.
Civil War.
Oh, you want to make my my family as your Trent, man. Well, maybe it's still good if you're going to think about it. It's like at least Trend Protector is not alone anymore.
Yeah, that's
you know, it's very difficult for you to be alone.
Yeah. he has like little brothers now.
Yeah, little brother against him. So talking about that lane composition, we have Midoriya laning with Nature's Prophet against Stroke Lang, Walang Grim on his Strength Protector, and also Shanty Dose on his Mirana. While on the mid lane, we have a Pugna and against Alina. So both heroes really rooting for his level 6 early as possible. While aggression from Stroke Lang with this Orb of Venom, which is really efficient for a melee hero with Strength Protector with that high base damage.
Highest base damage.
Highest base damage at all. And with that slow, he can really dish out a lot of damage, especially from this low HP heroes.
Nature's Prophet gonna be rushing that Medallion of Courage. Very good item for him. Such a value item for a support in the early game.
It is. You can also dish out a lot of physical attack, also amplify the damage of your strengths by reducing the armor of your enemy hero by 2, and also nice Wraith King Blast here from the bottom lane. And this is quite a very good lane for both teams here in the bottom lane. We have Clinks being assisted by Silencer against a Wraith King and also a Dark Willow.
So we in the top lane we have like a Forest Civil War. In the bottom lane we have an Undead Civil War. Wraith King versus Clinks.
yeah, we have Wraith King and Clinks. So we have Undead and also a Forest, or rather a Nature.
Yeah, so it's a very thematic game we have going on.
But then again, looking at the net worth chart, we have 1,500 leading the way with Midoriya. The Shadow Realm is being charged up, and Beavis and Butthead will absorb that damage. But still level 1 though, but you see how much aggression, how much magic damage you can dish out as a support player. And that will give a lot of time for Wraith King to at least secure those last sets, or most probably contain or maintain the lane equilibrium on the side of Sterling Global Dragons.
And what makes Dark Willow so good in the early game, she has such good base attack time that she can trade favorably against other ranged heroes in the early game.
And especially once you got once you pick the talent.
Yeah,
the attack speed talent. And I think that it's a very good composition, since the attack time of Drow Ranger, or rather the Drow Ranger, what I'm saying, the Dark Willow is really good. And also the pressure is being applied on the bottom lane.
King proves he is the king of the undead, picking up the kill onto Clinks. And
he's the king. Well, I think that was a Wraith anymore. It's not skeleton. Right?
But Wraith is basically undead.
It's still undead.
Oh,
LSA. What a nice exchange of skills here in the mid lane.
Lore-wise, just a little trivia for you. Clinks is actually a prince, while Wraith King is actually a king.
So it means that that Wraith King is the son of Clinks?
Maybe.
Or rather...
I'm not sure if it's related, but I know Wraith, before Clinks became Clinks, he was the prince of a kingdom of some sort.
Prince of a kingdom. And then Wraith King is the king of
was actually a king of a kingdom that became undead.
I'll check the lore again. I'll check the lore.
I actually like the lore, even if they don't really make sense. So
I think you always you've already run through the lores of each hero here. Okay, while that is happening, and still level 3, one more hit.
The caster's curse.
Oh my goodness, Asigan getting the kill here, and 288, and will Beavis and Butthead almost taking out Ranpo. One more hit, and that is not
Oh,
enough.
don't walk into the roses, my friend.
Don't walk through that thorns of roses. But again, that's the first two additional for on the side of Silencer.
Typical caster's curse. We talked about Wraith King. Wraith King died, but he wants some revenge.
The Mortal Strike, no, it's quite unlucky.
Mortal Strike, it's a very low chance, but when you proc it early game, that's 300% damage.
Goodness, man. And with that low HP from Clinks, he might go down from that one single strike from the Mortal
Fortunately, the shrine is almost up for the bot lane, so he has that region. But Wraith King, right on the dot, picks up the bounty runes. It's gonna be
He took two.
for two bounty runes.
They took all four bounty runes here.
Midoriya and yeah, they were on the same team. My bad.
Yeah, man. They took 4, so it will raise up their network advantage into 2K. And here's one thing: since you love the lore, since you love the lore,
Humor me.
yeah. Why is it called Mortal Strike if Wraith King is an undead?
Why?
Why is it called Mortal Strike? Since if you're going to define the mortal, it means that you're alive.
Because he's proving the mortality of his enemies.
Since if he is technically immortal based on the lore, since he does have a resurrection, why does it called Mortal Strike?
That is,
Or does it have any sense at all?
no, maybe I don't. He's just proving the mortality of others.
of others.
Oh wow, the flavor text says nothing, but the Nature's Guys hit will.
Yes, hold that thought, man. Midori is getting punished here into an arrow. He will eat it. He did use his dagger.
Oh,
the jukes. The poison from the Orb of Venom? No, it's not enough. He almost got go down here, but it's already level 5. That's one of the perks if you're a level up against the enemy heroes. And he put a point on his dispersion, still level 1, but that should be enough for him to sustain that amount of damage.
It's actually a pretty good value point, dispersion in the early game. So they're gonna shrine up, take a bath together like two bros. No, they're not gonna shine up together. It's just gonna be Spectre.
Okay, nice hold down from the Wraith King Blast. Not perfectly placed, rather Bramble Mace, and they were able to take down Clinks. Put it in the sidelines for 8 seconds.
I like what SG Dragons are doing. They know their priorities. They know they have to slow down that Clinks because Clinks is the only real hero who will threaten that Spectre in the mid game.
Especially if Midoriya decided not to go for a Blade Mail. Well, Clinks is the only hero who can really roam around the map and burst him out with the physical damage.
You know, interestingly, Ana doesn't buy Radiance on that hero. He usually goes for a Manta style very, very early on. That is his signature here.
And that is for the Spectre. Oh my
look at that
God,
damage.
nasty
One
damage.
Nether Blast takes away half the life of the king. The king? Sumail? Is that
The
you?
king. Okay, I heard a tier 1 tower going down. It is Kaneki. You see how early, because one of the things, or one of the reasons why, or the best thing that you can do to control the core of the enemy hero is to take down their tower. You see how far the tier 2 tower from the tier 1 tower, so he needs to go deep. He needs to go, or he needs to make sure that no one is within the jungle area of the Radiant team for them to or rather farm safely. And he will also take the camps away from this Clinks.
Do you notice, you're familiar with the OpenAI match?
Yeah, I do.
Do you notice how the OpenAI, they ignore the off lane for the longest time? They always focus on the bottom or in the safe lane or the bottom tower.
Yeah.
They don't care about taking towers in the offlane because that is the towers that will give them space across the map.
And it will also provide you vision, map advantage. Oh, the king, the life drain full duration, taking out the king for 218, but they're not done yet. Stroke lang, looking for this Dark Willow. He used the the Shadow Realm to get away. Then, oh my goodness.
Haste
rune on Pugna.
He's gonna run him down. One more? Not enough.
Okay. Well, he's already hidden from, because of his...
Rampo. Yeah, Shadow Realm in 1 second. He has it. So even if they cast something, we're not going to...
He can just run away. 3 points on this Dark Willow. Or rather, Shadow Realm on this Dark Willow.
Oh, Lina, you're going to TP right into the Wraith King, but they don't want to fight Wraith King.
Oh my goodness. TP away from Pugna! LSA into a Laguna Blade!
It's a disaster.
You can't run away from me. But again, in exchange, Ranpo taking down Stroke lang. Nice Curse Crown. And he will fly away in safety.
SG Dragons, their game plan is very clear right now. They're just throwing their bodies, make the space for that Spectre. Right now, look, the whole enemy team is almost on the bottom side of the map, while Spectre alone over in the top lane. Free as a bird with
Free
that
as a
farm.
bird. He can just work his way for his next item, and he can just press R to go ahead and help if necessary.
Yeah, get that assist goal.
But, well, he have at least 2 minutes, or at least a minute and a half with the free lane for the Spectre, and you see how far he is from the get-go.
Look, Korean Protector, he's just camping by the tier 1 tower. He can't even contest. He goes to that lane, he's not going to do anything.
Yep, he's not going to do anything. Maybe soak some XP, or maybe control him out. But again, with the Stifling Dagger, he can just camp it out. He really can't do anything against this Spectre here.
10 minutes, 2 for 2 bounties. Once again, 4K gold lead now in favor of the Dragons. You know, when I first heard about the Sterling Global Dragons, I thought they were from Singapore. Because SG.
They are from, as far as I remember, Sterling is a BPO company.
Yes, I know. I found that out eventually.
Because I've worked in a BPO before, so that and it's really good if you're going to think about it. Just like Task Us Titans, right? Task Us is also a BPO company, if I'm not mistaken. Pardon me, Task Us, if I remember correctly.
Sure,
but as far as I remember, that's a BPO company, and it's really good since if you're a BPO company, you're branching out into an esports, which is that's a lot of opportunity for the rest of Dota players from a BPO company. While the pressure is up on the bottom lane, and all right, Resurrection.
He dodges the Wraith Fire Blast with the Skeleton Walk. Silence comes and the Overgrowth. Not gonna do too much, but holds them out. Korean Protector trying to run away for dear life, but deforestation, it will be as the Korean falls.
It is indeed a deforestation. But again, the kill, the pressure of Sterling Global Dragons taking out the tier 2 tower. That's how fast they took out this tier 2 tower, man.
And this is what they're doing. They're just forcing the enemy on the other side of the map. Dark Willow, if she falls here, it's okay. And she's not even gonna fall here.
Well, the attack from Beavis and Butthead missed because of the high ground, 25% chance. And Kaneki is also there. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Such a beautiful Bramble Maze that was.
Buying some time, Curse Crown will be applied.
And where's the vision? Do they have any detection? No, they don't. But, okay, Dark Willow has. Here comes the Haunch. Antidotes need to run away. They leave the Dragon Slave. But that's not enough to terrorize from the Dark Willow. Oh my goodness, man. Korean Protector left for it again. Stop it. So much more oh, she's surviving. But then again, Lifeline finally comes through, but too much Lifeline. Oh, too much LSA! It connects, but is the damage enough? No! Oh my goodness, Wrath of Nature will seal down and provide some damage. Oh my goodness, man. That's how soft the Klings is without the best fact. And also with the Veil of Discord, amplifying the damage of that Nether Blast. Nice sidestep from that LSA. And surely, this tier 1 tower will be taken out. And just like what you mentioned earlier, the Spectre, man.
Just got the free
left alone.
Left alone, and he got right back up, just owning the lane. Isn't even pushing out, taking a hint from the open AI game. Because really, they have some interesting mechanics that the players eventually started abusing.
And that's really good. Oh, the Laguna, he will eat it! 425 to the king, and they're not done. The taunt from Anne, the backstep into a Curse Crown. Bedlam, LSA tried to hold out 2 heroes, but on the back lines, Nature's Prophet is also there. Shanidotes needs to run away. Red Fire Blast into an OG. Would it be enough though? Oh, NP. Alright, he's running away with the arrow! Oh my goodness, double kill for Asigan. They're looking for more. It is indeed a disaster on the side of Sterling Global Dragons. Curse Crown, Shadow Realm. Okay, there's a living armor being applied here. Ranpo, arrow will miss, but that will provide them vision. Oh, 3-man Nether Blast.
Alright, raindrop value from the Dark
value indeed.
1 point.
Okay, they're looking to disengage, or to re-engage rather, and okay, level 9, it doesn't have 20, is the resurrection available? 20 seconds.
Mirana is gonna pop.
Ranpo.
1 more hit.
Okay, there we go. That should be enough. says this Strength Protector. I will kill you right now. You've done a lot of disables on my team. The Shadow Realm really hurts, but Beavis and Butthead, he does have his ultimate on.
He has to be careful though. His deathback buff is about to run out, so that will be a super soft Treant Protector.
Okay.
I mean, ooh, life drain. He's just gonna pop.
Disarm. It's a disaster. The taunts. Sterling Global Dragons playing like Virtus Pro. Okay, Asiga with the counter initiation. Nice.
Wraith King has no mana for the reincarnation, but he's just taunting and limping away.
Yes, well, he's just gonna go ahead and limp away for his life here. Another kill. Oh, Shantydotes killed Midoriya.
Oh, he was alone, and the Lina and the Mirana just went to work.
Worth it, my man.
That is indeed worth it. You know, the Spectre is usually... You always expect the Spectre to be alone at this stage of the game, especially when he just popped Hunt.
Yeah.
But now Hunt is available, so expect him to get some revenge soon.
Okay.
Nice Crown to Bedlam damage, but not quite enough. That's just level 1, but the Sprout is there to hold him in, but he's running out of damage. He's
You want me? You want me? Oh my goodness! One more hit! No, Kaneki! Kaneki, the Hunt. He will use it to kill this Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, the Hunt. Even lovelier for the side of SG Dragons because the Spectre gets that yummy gold.
Gets the yummy gold indeed. 306 gold for Midoriya.
He's doing the Ana build.
Yeah.
Manta style.
But he is still holding it out. Though, well, he does have enough gold for a Yasha, but he's still thinking about going for a Radiance, maybe, or into a or complete the Yasha. Maybe if there's any opportunity for Skye Gaming, rather to kill Midoriya, he will just purchase it out as quickly as possible.
Exactly.
He will just spam it. But the pressure is up on Skye Gaming. They haven't took any tier 1 towers yet, and if they can try to even it out the the net worth advantage. And that was 4K earlier. Or I think that was 7K.
Ooh, Global
Silence.
Lina
the king.
will be able to dodge out that Curse Crown, lovely move, but will it be enough? I don't think so, but the LSA is there.
Oh
the life
drain. Nasty life drain. And the Nether Ward's also been placed there. That's a 3 against 1 gank from Sterling Global Dragons. He will be put in the sidelines for the next 35 seconds.
Lina is so dependent on having a good snowbally game that if she falls off, she's just gonna die.
Yeah. And that's what's happening right now. You see how fast they took the towers, or all of the objectives, and they're leaving the top lane behind. Since, well, just like what you mentioned earlier, it's not that needed. You will not gain anything from the
minimal
offlane.
space.
Yeah, minimal
space.
Well, maybe you can control the secret shop, but that's not way that good.
Or 4 or just 3.
Yeah.
But no follow-up at all. And Shadow Realm with
from the
Shadow Realm snipe.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
360 no scope.
Yeah.
Shadow Realm, that's what they call it.
Have you seen the 360 stun from I think that was the 360 impale from Nyx. I'll show that to you later. But talking about that, top lane, nice stun from Anne. That's a TP away, no disable. But is it enough? No, it's not enough damage.
They got 1 crit, but they needed 1 more to secure
they need
that
1
kill.
more. It's quite unlucky.
And the death stack. The death stack value right there.
Yep. So TP away, Kaneki. He will apply some pressure on the other lanes, rather, or did he cancel it? I don't know. He went back to their well, maybe to regenerate up. But the king still working his way for
He's still on the top of the net
Shadow
worth
Blade.
at least.
Yep.
So still doing fairly okay. And now the last outer towers on the side of Skye Gaming. Oh, they found the tree and he just rooted up and he's gonna die. You're a tree, so I'm gonna root you up.
Can't do anything about that, man. They have a lot of disable, and it's not that worth it since they've already. Well, he got affected by the dust, or rather a sentry ward right there. I saw the sentry ward right there.
No, Curse Crown will still pop, but no one with the follow-up for the side of Sterling Global.
Oh, they also have another another skill to counter with the Haunt. They have the Moonlight Shadow.
Oh yeah.
So press R to disengage. Yep.
But right now, they're being forced to use those ultimates in other ways, so it's not really working out for them.
And also, this well, Spectre is having a farm with his life. He just went to the to the bottom lane, farm his way, making sure that he's just making sure that there's no one. They have an eye on this Lina because it's only Lina. Oh, talking about that, Mirana
deleted with the decrypify damage.
Oh, again the dust. It connects on Stroke. Stroke trying to run away, but there's a stun. He's trying to pump his OG.
He can't even do it.
He can't do it indeed with a stun from the Wraith King. Tier 2 tower now in danger. It will go down. There's no outer towers left for Skye Gaming. This is how Sterling Global Dragons will possibly win the game. And they're just waiting for the Spectre to go online.
He said, okay, they're not contesting me. I can just go for the Radiance.
Yep, you can just go for the Radiance. Additional burn. The missed chance as well, which is really good, 17% against the Sklinks. And he will just farm his way out. And again, another 4, or maybe another one? Yeah, I think 4 bounty runes from Sterling Global
Dragons. Controlling the game so easily right now. It's a 5k gold lead, but it's so much more. The Lina, whenever she tries to make a play, she just gets popped by the side of, with all of the magic damage, the Cripify, Shadow Realm.
The Bedlam as well.
Bedlam.
Oh my goodness. And you see Midoriya, 20-minute mark, 20-minute Radiance plus Threads and also an Aquila.
That's a very alright timing.
Yeah.
Especially on a hero who was actually picked off quite a few times early on. And Klinks doesn't really have anything right now.
And it's really difficult to fight against this this Spectre right now. Well, yes, he can tank up those damage from Klinks, but can you sustain the amount of damage that he can also reflect to you with the Dispersion and also with the Radiance?
Solar Crest now on the Nature's Prophet. So on top of the Radiance miss chance, if he puts that on the Spectre, they have no idea how they're gonna kill him.
Well, maybe they can burst him out with the Lina's Laguna Blade plus the burst damage from Klinks, but they will commit a lot, and it's not a one-man. It's not a one-man game. The rest of the team is also there to assist and also take out. There's a lot of some damage on this against if they're trying to aim on Spectre.
Like, all of Wraith King's voice lines are all caps.
Yep, they're all caps. Well, he's really angry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. It's too late. LSA will hit onto 2.
OG?
Not gonna be enough. Just the reincarnation pop.
Silence has been used. OG is trying to pump it out. OG? No, it's not being... yeah, he already used it. But Midoriya, you see how much damage he can dish out. He took Stroke lang. And lakad matatag indeed. But I think that wasn't
the voice line. That is like the...
He just typed it.
the manual version.
The manual version of lakad matatag.
Yeah. I'm dead anyway. I'm just gonna type it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my my death time to type it out and taunt you out. Well, 13 to 25, 22 minutes in, 6k net worth advantage.
Do any of them have the lakad matatag line?
I'm not sure of it.
Check the scoreboard. The scoreboard, let's see. No, don't with the items.
Okay, while we are waiting for that scoreboard, let's see here. Well, no one. Almost Midoriya. I think Midoriya is Spectre. Well, the tier 3 tower has been taken out. The siege power of Sterling Global Dragons really showing as early as 22 minutes. And the shrines are now open for them to take. So probably they will take the shrine and then take Roshan after to sort of respond. Well, they still have the Aegis of Immortality, I think. I think it's on Spectre, I'm not sure.
And another blast cooldown, so lovely.
-1 Nether Blast cooldown, so he can just spam it out. As long as he has the mana, he will use it as soon as possible.
With Ether Lens, you basically always have the mana.
Yeah, always have the mana with the regeneration from it, and also the clarity pickup. Oh, you see how much... There we go!
Lovely, Midori.
There we go. Lakad matatag. Normally. It's a disaster, said the Pugna. What will be the revenge? Chat wheel for Skye Gaming. But however, it's not way too far though. Don't get me wrong. There's still a chance for Skye Gaming to come around from this game.
It's just a 6k gold lead, so it's not too far-fetched. But Nature's Prophet eyeing this Klinks here. Backup is coming in. Do they have the detection? Yes, they do.
Oh, they do.
Pop, Sprout,
Terrorize. Oh, okay.
The Bedlam damage on top of the Wraith Fire Blast. More than enough.
Oh my
Good night,
man.
Beavis and Butthead. 41 seconds.
Really nasty. That amount of damage that they can dish out in a single hero. And also going for an Aghanim Scepter, they will just run down Skye Gaming in this once he got the Aghanim Scepter.
None of them are even dying. So with the Aghanim Scepter, look at that damage.
Oh, I've seen that before. But the silence, the root is on fire. Okay, Blade Mail on this Wraith King. He's trying to man up. Shantydote will kill out Wraith King, but he will still go down Midoriya with a nice haunt. They're not done yet. The illusion, Wraithfire Blast is there, but the Nether Blast will end his life. They will take their prize. They might be able to take another Lane of Frax or maybe 2, or the Glyph has been used already.
Don't think they can defend this.
Oh, the blink in from Wraith King. Why are you even there? The Crepify and Dagon. GG indeed.
has been got too much hurt.
Man, I'm not sure if they can really sustain. They don't have buyback. 25 minutes throughout the game. 12k net worth lead. And with the Spectre. Really showing a very good game here.
Yeah, Spectre doesn't have to wait for late game. That's what this game proves.
And, well, he's not being pressured. That's one thing. And he even decided to go for a Manta style. And just like what I mentioned earlier, he's just holding it in. He does have 27k, well, 2,700 gold earlier, but it's a nice hold down. A nice decision for Spectre to hold it out, go for a Radiance, and just snowball. The 4 heroes from Sterling Global Dragons really dominate the other lane, giving a lot of space for Spectre to farm for his next item.
I think Skye really have to switch up their draft. They were just dominated in the laning stage. They really had such a hard time.
Really had a hard time.